Hi, it's Lee Kapansky here. Now in this video I'm going to show you how to build your own golf swing with your own two hands with no technical jargon or high-tech equipment. A swing, B swing, rotary, stack and tilt, what else is there? And you're probably thinking, who the hell am I to teach you how to swing it? Fair point really, but just bear with me on this one. Now I've had drills coming out my ears. You know, ball between my legs, towel under my armpits. Don't drop it whatever you do, it's a bloody hard game this. Golf is complicated. I actually got to a stage when I didn't know which end to grip it anymore. Have you ever had one of them mornings when it's a bit choppy and you forget your jacket? And I've always been pretty good at sport really. You know, I played a bit of cricket, I was a good catcher, good thrower. I was a decent footballer. Chunked that one. Oh, get in there, son. I used to swim for Widnes Swimming Club. My mum was proud of that. I hated it. Still do a bit of karate. Look at that, it's loaded that. Oosh, oosh. You know, I held my own at tennis. That is a crap bat, that. I mean, nobody grabbed me by the hair or held a stick to my head when I threw a ball or caught a ball or played football. Or told me to turn my back to the target. Now I've had my own golf academy now for just under 20 years and my own kids are just getting started. Right, go on, give it a hit. 11, 10, 8 and 2 girls. Lucy is 5, Ruby is 3. I know, it's a lot of kids. So it's the start of a journey really. I mean, I don't want them to go through what I did. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, you've got angles, rotations, hinges, drills and more drills. What else can you beat yourself up with? So come on, you tell me, which one is it? Here, here, here. Backswing must be here and here, and don't forget to pump it, pump it, pump it. Turn those hips through, pump it. You know, when I was a kid, I wanted to be the best player in the world, and I pushed myself forward and got to work together with some amazing coaches who teach some of the best players in the world today. And to be honest, I've been thinking of late, what am I doing here? So I've taken all the best bits, put them together as how I see it. Now I don't care what anyone says, the swing direction is the boss of the whole movement. If the swing direction is wrong, my body will be blocked. Doesn't matter what I do. So for example, I swing it miles left. Then let's be honest, it doesn't really matter where the club face is aiming, does it? Because your rotation, your body will be blocked. So stop messing about with your grip. Now I'm going to show you something now, and I really want to know how you get on. I mean, you don't even have to subscribe or give me a thumbs up. Just give me a little bit of feedback and write a few words down below for me. Now by simplifying the basics to fit your body, and I'll give you a simple system which controls your progress. I'm sure you can whiz down to your local place and stand there with a launch monitor or a JC quad or a flight scope or whatever it may be. But for this, I promise you, no spin numbers, no launch angles, and no face-to-path measurements. Let's go back to the good old days of feel and instinct. And why don't you let the ball be the best teacher? Now just before we crack on, if you're standing wrong in relation to your target, your body will always want to fight to get back towards the target and you'll be blocking yourself. You'll be fixing nothing, you'll be learning nothing, you'll be losing massive amounts of club head speed and control. And I know for some of you this might be boring, but if you're standing wrong in relation to your target, it's all just a waste of time. If your golf lesson starts without a thorough stance check, then you want to ask why not. What a letdown. Spin numbers and face-to-path angles aren't going to save you if you go onto the golf course and you're standing like this. You know, and the beauty of it is you can do it yourself. Now firstly, all you got to do is pick a target, so I've chose the flag here on the green. Now, this is my ball. Now I've put another ball down on the ball to target line just to make things easy for the video. So what I want to do is, I mean, this could be a discoloured piece of grass, a leaf or whatever. All you got to do is align the club face square to the leaf or the discoloured piece of grass, okay, the ball in this case. Then stand squarely to the ball to target line. Then just throw a club on the ground to make sure your feet are aligned parallel to the ball to target line. You know, that's as difficult as it gets. Now what I find is that most amateur golfers, they stand too far to the right side, just like this. So if you do it wrong, just do it again until you get it right, and you'll save yourself massive amounts of time, energy, pain, and in some cases, your hard-earned cash. And I'll say it again, you can't learn anything from anyone until you're standing correctly in relation to the target. Full stop. Now I've seen on here on YouTube, some of the big boys, where everyone's got a voice and everyone's got a say, that you can use your stance dynamically to accommodate the shape of shot you want to play. And yeah, you can if you want to. You can stand up the right side and fizz it in with a little draw, or you can stand up the left side and just cut it back in towards the flag, whatever suits your game. Yes, you can, but let's get the basics right first. Now, even the best players in the world keep it simple, especially under pressure. Now, standing correctly in relation to the target is #1 check at absolutely every single level. If it's not a massive part of your golf lesson or your training session, then... So once your address position is correct and you're aligning correctly in relation to the target and you're good to go, if you want to build your golf swing or correct your golf swing, it's vital you don't do it out of sequence. Now, there are 3 steps. Step #1 is swing direction. Now, the boss of any golf swing is the direction that you're swinging in relation to the target. Full stop. Now, if you're swinging to the left or the right too much, then it doesn't really matter where you're aiming the club face, does it? Now, if the club face is aiming directly at the target, but my swing direction is going to the left, from outside to in, then the club face is going to be open in relation to the swing path, because the swing path is going to the left, and I'll cut across the ball and I'll slice the ball from left to right, which looks like this. So there you go, there's your big slice. So what did it tell you to do now? That's right, strengthen your grip. So now that you've strengthened your grip, your club face is no longer going to be aiming at the target, it's going to be squared up in relation to the downswing path, which is going from outside to in and going left of the target. So what happens then is, you stand into the ball and you do this. Pull it straight left. So once you've had a belly full of pulling it left and out, what are you going to do then? That's right, you're going to stand further to the right side with your strong grip, and your outside to in swing, downswing path, and you're going to pull it back towards the target like this. But you're losing massive amounts of power and control, massive amounts of club head speed, and one day you'll find your weakest link. Ugh. So now you can see how fast things can spiral out of control. So the second step is your club face alignment. So once the swing direction is on track, then you've got to match it up with the club face. Now, either through alignment at address, through the grip, or through the rotation in the swing. I mean, it's not that difficult. Do you know, it's more feeling, which varies from person to person. And I'll show you how. So basically at this stage, you just got to gel the swing direction and the club face together. Now it's time to get the body involved. Okay, this is step #3. Now, the body is always the last piece of the puzzle, because if you're swinging too far to the left, the body is blocked. If you're swinging too far to the right side, the body is also blocked. And to be honest with you, it doesn't really matter where the club face is aiming, because your body's blocked anyway. You'll get one out there, but it won't be very good, won't be very powerful or consistent. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'll show you ways in which your body freely turns, okay, in a natural way, and we'll relate it back to the golf swing. So if you think of the movement when you're throwing a ball, tennis, anyone? So here's the movement. So no more angles, rotations or pivot points, and you let it miles further. So now's the time to control yourself. Now, every good player or great player, when they play or practice, they've got a control or a system that keeps them on the straight and narrow. Just hammering balls on the driving range without some sort of control is just going to leave you wide open. And the chances are that you're going to be dancing around, especially if you're the sporty type, balancing the whole situation out. But without realising it, you'll be drilling a swing fault into your body. Now the muscle memory is really underestimated and overtakes everything, brain, everything. And you're actually programming your body to do the wrong thing, and what comes out under pressure? That's right, come tournament day on the first tee. Oh God. I've been playing brilliant all week on the range. Boy, it was hard work, that was. So let's crack on with the control. Now the control isn't going to cost you a penny. Now for the controls, you're going to use a couple of clubs, 2 baskets, or you can also use 2 head covers to replace the baskets if you don't have the baskets, a couple of balls, a few tees, and that's the job done. So right now I'll show you how to set up the control. Now there's the ball's on a tee. Yes, it's on a tee, it's not a cheat. It's on the tee to help you through the process. Because what most people do is, during these kind of things, when they're learning new movements, they try and lift the ball into the air and all these kind of things, which affects your progress. So put the ball on the tee, it makes everything more enjoyable, and also as well, it helps to speed up the learning process. So the next thing is, I want you to align yourself to the target. So the target is number 1. So there's the flag, so I stand behind the ball. So okay, so there's the target. Now what I want you to do is just knock the ball off the tee. Right, okay, now align one club perfectly on the ball to target line, like this. Okay, then put another ball on the end of the golf club, like this here, okay, perfect. So that's a marker point. Next thing is, with the other club here, about 1/3 of the club up, the ball will be here, that's where the tee is. Align this club then parallel to the ball to target line club on the ground here, like this. Now, with the club that's on the ball to target line, pull this club away until both ends of the grip fit together. Now you see that one club here is aiming towards the right side, and this one then is parallel to the ball to target line. Get the other ball, put this ball now onto the tee. Now I want you to fit one of these baskets in between the club heads like this here. Now you see the club heads will cup the basket, or your head cover, or whatever you use. The other basket now, if I was to stand shoulder width, ball position is inside of my left heel. Okay, this basket goes opposite my right foot, and it's one ball outside of the ball in play. So it's approximately there like this. Now the last and final stage is with a tee. What I want you to do is push the tee into the ground about 15 centimeters behind the ball in play, and 1.5 a ball inside. So about here, like this. So this is the control, and this is gonna really change your game.